Hey guys, what's going on here? My name's AU, and we're back here for another discussion video. And not talking about Dragon Ball Z today. We're gonna talk about a little bit of wrestling. And hopefully have some fun with this. So, what is the best era? Make sure you hit the comment down below or hit the like button. I usually don't ask like this hard for it. But I really want to know if you guys want me to do more of this stuff, because I would love to talk about this stuff more often, just talk about the wrestlings a little bit more. I think I have some good times with that. So definitely tell me in the comment section down below, or just simply hit the like button and it will let me know. So what is the best era? I don't want to say. I'll probably end up saying an answer at the very end, but I feel like just tomorrow my opinion will change like that. That's kind of how I work. I'll get the kick, and then I'll go to this. So I'll just go through each era and kind of talk about it. And you guys tell me down in the comment section down below, what is your favorite era? Kind of get a discussion going. I'll talk to you guys in comments or whatever, and we can just get a nice discussion going. So what is the best era? I'm getting all the era names from Bleacher Report. So I'll link it down in the description down below, because that's where I'm getting the names from. I'll kind of explain like when it was, but I like to have a name for each era. So let's start off with the reality era, which this is determining the pipe bomb era, I think I should call it. I'm gonna be really biased to this because I am a CM Punk fanboy like no other. CM Punk's my guy, and this is of course when CM Punk dropped the pipe bomb in Las Vegas, and it really isn't. Like, it's during the PG era, but I feel like it definitely is an era of itself. Champions were like Cena, Punk, a little bit of Mysterio, getting some Mysterio action, and Alberto Del Rio really shined throughout this. Really came into the scene and did a lot of work. I enjoy this reality era just because I'm a CM Punk fanboy. It's really short, but the highlights of it were really short. The best parts were in 2011, not even when CM Punk was the champion. Whenever he dropped the pipe bomb in Las Vegas, and then he won the title, won again, lost the title, and then he was climbing back up to the title reign, going through the conflicts with Nash and Triple H. I enjoyed that part, but then whenever it kind of calmed down, and then they're like, CM Punk, Cena's out, you're the man. I love CM Punk, but I kind of felt like that was a weaker point of this era whenever the whole Daniel Bryan and the wifey poo scene. I don't know. Relationship things are okay every now and then whenever they do a relationship storyline. It just went a little long, and throwing in Kane, and Kane, shout out to Kane. He gets the babes every now and then. He got Lee. He got Alita. He probably got a couple other ones that I can't remember at the time. But shout out to Kane. He's a ladies' man. So Attitude Era, Reality Era, or Pipe Bomb Era is definitely an era that I like just because I'm a CM Punk guy. But tell me if that's your favorite era. But let's move on to the next one. The Bleacher Report calls this one the New Generation Era. This is a short one. It was like 3 years long. It was Michaels and Brett. Those were the two highlights. It was really weak other than Shawn Michaels doing his thing and Bret Hart doing his thing. You had, of course, Undertaker, Steve Austin emerging, Triple H, emerging. So this is kind of a down era, but it sucks because these two guys, are definitely one of the best wrestlers of all time. Definitely, no doubt. And it's a shame that we kind of don't get to see this type of stuff anymore. It's a dying art. Not that many people want to see a Iron Man match that's just technical wrestling, just the whole time, and it's really a dying art. A lot of people think it's boring, but I think it would be a good tribute to all the wrestling fans out there, just to throw in a storyline or like a little feud every now and then of like two wrestlers and they wrestle. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so really not much to talk about. It was a really short era that kind of followed up the hulkamania and was kind of down. But let's move on to the next one, which is the PG era, which is still going on today. It's really long. I can't remember exactly whenever they went PG. Bleacher Report says they went PG at 2008, but I don't know. It's a love and hate relationship for me, definitely, and I feel like it's a love-hate relationship with everybody else. And here's what I'm going by. I like the PG move. Blood is a big thing that, you know, we're all gonna miss. You know, it really adds that whoa effect. But it also eliminates. Here's my thing. I hated every time Triple H or somebody, especially I remember this one. I don't think. Yeah, it was a promo for The Rock and Triple H, and they were doing the Booker T was doing the Spinaroonie challenge, and they're like, Triple H, do a Spinaroonie. Hey, Undertaker, do a Spinaroonie. Hey, Rock, do a Spinaroonie. And it was just a long segment, and like the whole time they're either doing Spinaroonies or someone says, you don't have the balls to do it. Hey, you don't have the cojones, you don't have the balls. And that just got me. I was like, shut up. So, you know, a lot of the corny, like, stupid jokes are kind of out of there. There's still some stupid things, obviously. You know, it's PG. But I like how that's gone, and they can't really say, you don't have the balls. And then that's finally out of there. That's how I feel. Tell me how you guys feel, definitely, in the comments. Let's move on to next era. Oh no, let's stay in the PG era. Let's talk about it a little bit more. A lot of people hate it because John. It's Cena the whole time, but you know, we saw a lot of Punk. I'm gonna say Punk, even though he's my guy. Yeah, we saw a decent amount of Punk. Just it's so long, and like it's so hard to talk about something that's so long. But we saw a lot of Cena. But there's a lot of good feuds. Like definitely now. Now I think it's the best it's been in a long time. Well, whenever Cena was in the United States Championship scene, I think that's whenever it was really strong. And I like Roman Reigns, but I don't like how he's with the Wyatts. I think I don't like that situation. But I think WWE did the right thing by putting him in mid-card, so people can forget, because everybody hated Roman. Whenever they're like, oh, they're shoving him down our throats, and I don't like that. People are kind of poopy about that. I mean, he's a talented guy. He deserves the spotlight. That's what I thought. But a lot of people are like, well, I'm sick and tired of seeing Roman. So they're putting him in mid-card. And I kind of like that decision. So whenever they do put him in the title scene, people will be excited for him. Because he'll be in the mid-card for a little bit. And then they're going to put him in the title scene. And that will give him that moment. Instead of whenever he finally wins the title, he won't be booed. It'll be awesome. So anyway, that's really, I just talked about the now, but that's, you know, you PG era, it's now. And Bleacher Report named this the WCW era, even though a lot of people would call this, it's 2001 through 2004. A lot of people would call this a ruthless aggression era, but this is, I can understand where they're coming from. This is really the WCW era, with a lot of guys coming in from WCW, you know, Booker, you know, all these guys, and then Brock coming in, doing his thing. I really did enjoy this era a lot, especially 01 and 02. I think those were really strong years. Having the matches with Brock and, you know, The Rock, I enjoyed that matchup. There was a lot of good things. I love, my favorite Undertaker is definitely the Dead Man Undertaker on a motorcycle, and we saw a lot of that. We saw a lot of quality stuff with Michaels and Triple H. A lot of great. This is just definitely one of my favorite times. This may be my favorite era of wrestling. The Royal Rumbles really stood out to me. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the Royal Rumbles really just stood out to me. I can't talk today. Anyway, so this was definitely one of my favorite eras. We finally get to see some WCW guys try to intertwine with the WWE guys, and it really worked out. I think there was a lot of quality matches, a lot of quality feuds. So that's my opinion on the WCW era. And now here we are to the Ruthless Aggression era. Bleacher Report says this one went from 2004 to 2008. This one was kind of lackluster for me. This is the era that I kind of grew up with. And this isn't a top 10, or I'm not ranking them, by the way. I'm just going by each era and talking about them and kind of get you guys to say which one. This is a discussion, so don't feel free to comment, say I like this era, blah blah blah. I hate this era, blah blah blah. But I think it's a really good era just because it's kind of nostalgic for me, because it's what I kind of grew up with. You know, I started watching in like 03 or something like, yeah, 03. And I kind of was grown up to the Ruthless Aggression era, that what Bleacher Report calls it. This is the emergent. This is when like the OVW guys just exploded. You know, you have Cena, you have Orton, you have Batista, you have all the guys. I mean, who else were the OVW guys? Benjamin, yeah, of course, Benjamin, and you know, and then you have like the 2006 reign where you have like, you know, Punk come in. You had Lashley. Did Lashley come in 2006 or 05? I can't even remember. But you're having all these this quality talent coming in, and even though it was kind of off year, there was still some quality feuds and a lot of good matches. 2007 was definitely the weakest year for me. I did not enjoy that it was just Cena overcoming everything. And even though I was a John Cena fan as a kid, because I was a kid, for goodness sake. You know, him facing Umaga, I felt like that dragged on. Him facing Great Khali, I felt like that I just did not like, even though I watched it every week as a kid just because I liked WWE, I just felt like this era, even though it's what I grew up with, was definitely lackluster. And so we're moving on to the Madison Square Garden era. This is 63 through 84, and I'm not going to talk about this too much just because like mentioned before, I'm rather young. So I only, you know, watch like key matches. I don't really know much about feuds or anything like that. But of course you have Bruno Sammartino, Billy Graham, and Iron Sheik, and you have the emergence of Hogan. You have the emergence of the Giant, or Andre the Giant. I'm gonna take a quick drink of water. So you have the emergence of Hogan. You have the emergence of the Giant, Andre the Giant. But you know, a lot of quality matches, and then, you know, this is definitely building up to the hulkamania era, or the rockin' wrestling era, whatever they call it. So I don't really have much to talk about this, you know, and I feel like this is a really important time for WWE, but I mean, I don't really have much to talk about just because I don't have much experience. You know, I've watched matches, you know, from this era, but you know, I don't know much about it. So that's it. But if you like it, most definitely tell me. And then now we have the Rockin' Wrestling era, which is hulkamania. This is probably, a lot of people are going to lean toward this as their favorite. This is when WWE became more mainstream. Hulkamania was the guy in the ring. Hulk was the guy outside of the ring. Getting a lot of people watching WWE. And it was a really good time for the company. And you had some good matches. You had Hogan, of course. You had Andre the Giant. You had Randy Savage. You had Ultimate Warrior. The Undertaker. You had Rick. You had Brett. The emergence of Michaels. Just a lot of quality talent and a lot of quality matches to be had. Of course, you had Piper. R.I.P. R.I.P. And just a lot of big talent. It was just a lot of entertaining matches. A lot of entertaining feuds. Again, I'm young, so I mean, I don't know everything. Of course, I know all the key matches, you know, I've watched all those, but really, other than that, I'm not too sure about all the feuds. But this isn't my favorite just because I wasn't grown up, and you know, as a kid, it didn't really spark my eyes. I'm like, oh, you know, bad quality video, old guys, and I don't know. Anyway, so let's move on to the next one. Which, in the last one, is probably everybody's favorite. A lot of people like the last one, but a lot more people are going to like this one, and it's the Attitude Era. Of course, you had a lot of good stuff. You had Austin doing his thing. You had Michaels doing his thing. You had The Rock, Mankind, Undertaker, Big Show, Angle, the emergence of Angle. He wasn't too crazy. The Attitude Era was between 97 and 01. And this is when it had the new generation era with Michaels and Brett. This is kind of like it was dying, and then Stone Cold came in and just re-sparked the company, and it really just exploded. And this was great for the company. This isn't my favorite era. I can definitely say that it's not my favorite era. Again, because there was in the ring, there was some of the best matches during this era, but the promos were they're so cheesy, and they did weird jokes and stuff, and I don't know. I feel like they went a little cheesy, but it's the Attitude Era, you know. A fart joke and all that, a crap joke. I don't know. Oh, and you don't have the balls. Yeah, and a lot of quality, great matches, a lot of good feuds, but the other stuff I wasn't too pleased about. But definitely tell me if this is your favorite era. It definitely was a quality era. You know, Austin's versus the McMahons, and then McMahon's and Austin. It was just a lot of crazy fun stuff going on. So definitely tell me what your favorite era was. Hopefully I didn't talk for too long. I don't even know how long I've been talking. A decent amount of time. But definitely tell me what's your favorite era in the comment section down below. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say. Subscribe for more wrestling and more Dragon Ball Z. I'll definitely do my best to bring out content that hopefully you guys will like. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.